In 1984, a single court decision didn't just save the VCR, it reshaped the entire film industry. The story begins in the early 1970s. Television dominated homes, but viewers had no control. If you missed a show, it was gone. Then in 1975, Sony introduced the Betamax VCR in Japan, followed by a US release in 1976. It was the first widely available home video recording system. For the first time, people could record television and watch it later. This concept became known as time shifting. But Betamax had a limitation. It could only record about 1 hour. In 1976, JVC launched a competing format, VHS, or Video Home System. It offered longer recording time, initially up to 2 hours. That difference mattered. It meant an entire movie could fit on one tape. Soon, major manufacturers like Panasonic, Hitachi, and Sharp Corporation adopted VHS. JVC licensed the format widely. Sony kept Betamax more proprietary. The result was rapid expansion. VHS machines became cheaper, more brands entered the market, consumers had more choices. Meanwhile, a legal battle was unfolding. In 1976, Universal Studios and Walt Disney Productions filed a lawsuit against Sony. They argued that home recording was a form of copyright infringement. The case was called Sony Corp of America versus Universal City Studios. It moved through lower courts and reached the Supreme Court of the United States. During the trial, industry leaders warned of disaster. Jack Valenti, head of the Motion Picture Association of America, testified before Congress in 1982. He famously compared the VCR to the Boston Strangler of the film industry. But in 1984, the Supreme Court delivered its verdict. In a 5-4 decision, it ruled in favor of Sony. The court stated that recording television programs for private, non-commercial use was legal. It also established that devices with substantial non-infringing uses could not be banned. This ruling became a cornerstone of technology law. After the decision, VCR adoption surged. By the mid-1980s, millions of households owned one. At the same time, a new industry emerged, video rental.
In 1985, Blockbuster opened its first store in Dallas, Texas. Customers could rent films on VHS tapes and watch them at home. Studios quickly adapted. They began releasing films on VHS for sale and rental. What was once seen as a threat became a major revenue stream. Meanwhile, the format war was ending. Despite Betamax's slightly better image quality, VHS dominated. Its longer recording time, lower cost, and wider availability won the market. By 1988, VHS held more than 90% of the US market. Sony eventually began producing VHS players as well. Betamax production for consumers effectively ended in the following years. By the 1990s, VCRs were standard in homes across the world. They changed viewing habits permanently. People no longer depended on broadcast schedules. They could watch what they wanted, when they wanted. The VCR was once called a threat to Hollywood's survival. But by the 1990s, home video, driven by VHS, generated billions of dollars, often exceeding theatrical box office revenue. The technology that was feared most became the foundation of modern entertainment.